Sit back and enjoy an hour of fascinating facts you didn't know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
Potato chips and other fried snacks can act as fire starters due to their composition. They contain cornstarch and vegetable oil, which are highly combustible. When exposed to heat, these ingredients facilitate ignition and can sustain a flame for an extended period of time. Tree growth rings allow scientists to determine a tree's age and the climatic conditions it experienced. Each year, the tree forms a new ring with a light layer in spring and summer when growth is rapid. In fall and winter, growth slows, forming a darker layer. The width of the rings varies depending on temperature, water, and available nutrients. Studying them helps to understand environmental changes over time. Cubaris species rubber ducky is a terrestrial isopod native to Thailand. Its common name comes from its yellow color and rounded shape, which resemble a rubber duck. It belongs to the family Armadillidae and is popular in tropical terrariums. Its role is to decompose organic matter and maintain ecosystem balance. As a defense, it can roll into a ball to protect itself. Some birds take ant baths. They perch on anthills of European red ants, which, as a defense, secrete formic acid, a natural insecticide. This behavior has been observed in more than 250 species of birds. Geodes are hollow geological formations that contain crystals inside. They originate in cavities within volcanic or sedimentary rocks through the filtration of mineral-rich water. Over time, crystalline layers are deposited along their inner walls. Their size ranges from just a few centimeters to more than approximately 3.3 feet in diameter. Their exterior is rough and unassuming, while the interior can reveal structures of quartz, amethyst, or calcite. They are valued both for their beauty and their scientific importance. Oka is a Samoyed dog who has learned to paraglide with his owner. From a young age, he showed curiosity about cliffs and did not seem afraid of heights. His owner noticed this and decided to try the experience with him. Now they fly together, always using proper safety measures. In the videos, Oka appears calm and seems to enjoy the ride. Talladega Superspeedway is one of the most iconic circuits in NASCAR. It features turns with a banking of 33 degrees, allowing cars to maintain high speeds. This design makes races exciting and full of strategy. The banking does not seem so steep when cars pass at full speed. However, when standing on the track, the incline is quite impressive. There are toys designed to simulate the action of popping pimples and blackheads. One of the most well-known is the Pop It Pal, a rubber toy with bumps that can be squeezed. The hairy frogfish is a deep-sea species with a unique appearance. Its body is covered with filaments that help it camouflage among corals and marine sponges. It uses an appendage called an elysium to attract its prey with a lure. It is an expert ambush predator thanks to this hunting strategy. Its mouth is large and expandable, allowing it to swallow prey its own size. In Jilin, China, an astonishing and enigmatic natural phenomenon appears in the form of frozen balls, locally known as tangguan. The exact formation of these ice spheres remains a mystery, but it is speculated that they are the result of the interaction of two adjacent phenomena, the formation of rollers generated by waves and their subsequent gradual coating by layers of water in the process of freezing. This winter spectacle is a testament to the complexity and beauty of nature. The Japanese company Furukawa Kiko has created a surprising device that defies logic, a mechanical spring capable of picking up, transporting, and returning viscous liquids such as ketchup and mustard without them losing their shape. This apparatus, which uses a type of specialized tongue, could revolutionize the handling of substances in fields such as gastronomy and industry. Recorded at the Historical Museum of the Palatate in Speyer, Germany, is the oldest unopened bottle of wine in the world. Known as the Romer wine, or the Speyer wine bottle, it was found in a Roman tomb and dates back to the year 325 after Christ. To put this into perspective, the bottle is older than most of the pyramids of Teotihuacan in Mexico. It is almost as old as the Great Wall of China and is the same age as the enigmatic Nazca lines in Peru. It is an astonishing testament to the longevity of this craft. Recorded in the United States, a white carpet under bushes burns quickly. The fluff you see is made up of seeds from poplar or cottonwood trees that fall from the trees between May and June, covering the ground in white. These seeds, known as poplar snow, are highly flammable and sometimes start forest fires, especially in dry conditions. The fluff is so light that it is easily carried by the wind. In fact, its ability to ignite so quickly has led firefighters and forest rangers in North America to warn the public about the dangers of lighting campfires near poplar trees during the flowering season. This is a Gloucester canary of English origin, one of the smallest breeds in existence, measuring only approximately 4.3 inches. What makes it particularly striking is its characteristic bowl cut, a dense crest of feathers on its head. This peculiarity is the result of decades of careful crossbreeding between Harzer canaries, border canaries, and crest canaries, giving it a unique and adorable appearance. Nail houses are a peculiar architectural phenomenon common in Shanghai, China. These structures, which often obstruct modern developments such as shopping centers, avenues, or highways, are the result of property owners refusing to sell their homes. A notable example was a nail house in Shanghai that remained in the middle of an avenue for 14 years, finally demolished in 2017 after its owners were compensated with $412,000. This type of situation highlights the tension between rapid urbanization and individual property rights in China. This is an Arabian camel, or dromedary camel, beginning a courtship display to attract females. What you see is not a deformed tongue, but an inflatable organ called a dula or bulla. This large sac expands from its mouth as a mating display to attract females. This behavior is exclusive to male dromedaries. A curious fact is that camels, unlike other mammals that use vocalizations or horns, use this dula to show their state of health and virility, since only a camel in perfect condition can keep the dula inflated. This is Sridhar Chilal from India, who held the Guinness World Record for the longest fingernails on a single hand. He let them grow for 66 years, reaching a combined length of approximately 77.9 inches. The weight and length of the nails caused a disability in his arm, which became permanently bent. At the age of 82, he finally decided to cut them, an act that brought an end to a life devoted to an unusual challenge. Recorded at the prestigious restaurant 11 Madison Park in New York, United States, an expert sommelier opens a bottle of wine by cutting the glass neck, a procedure known as disgorgement. This ancient technique is used to open very old wine bottles whose corks have become fragile and are almost impossible to remove without disintegrating into the liquid. To do this, the neck of the bottle is heated with special tongs until the glass breaks cleanly. The liquid is then poured through a filter to catch any small glass fragments that may have broken off. In reality, eye color does not change. What changes is the perception of the shade, often due to pupil dilation, which can make eyes appear lighter or darker. Clothing color or ambient lighting can also alter how we perceive eye color, creating an optical illusion. The true color of the eyes is determined by the concentration of melanin in the iris, a genetic factor that is fixed. The giant hedgehog cricket, scientifically known as Cosmodorus femoralis, is an insect that has gained popularity as a pet. Its behavior is relatively calm, and attacks on humans are uncommon. It is an omnivorous animal, so it feeds on a variety of organic materials. Its adaptability allows it to live in captivity without major difficulties.
Have you ever wondered why pirates wear eye patches? One of the most logical theories says they use them to quickly adapt to darkness below deck after being exposed to bright sunlight on the surface. You may have noticed that our eyes can take up to 25 minutes to adjust to this change. But since pirates had to do this constantly, the patch allowed one eye to remain adapted to darkness at all times. This way, they only needed to switch the patch from one eye to the other.
Milk Manga is an initiative by Seki Milk in Gifu, Japan, to encourage milk consumption among children. The company discovered that 65% of children did not finish their milk, affecting their nutrition. To solve this, they created bottles with comics printed in white ink. As the milk is consumed, the comic panels become visible, motivating children to finish the contents. The strategy was a success in the region. Now, 95% of children drink all their milk. Its impact on child health has been remarkable. In Shanghai, China, a surprising urban event captured the world's attention: the relocation of a building. It was an old school of historical value that was moved to make way for the construction of a shopping center. This astonishing engineering milestone was possible thanks to a characteristic of many older buildings in China, which do not have deep foundations, but were instead built on slab bases. This method allowed engineers to lift the building and move it intact to its new location.
Albinism does not exist only in humans, but also in animals. It is a genetic condition that affects the ability to produce melanin, causing individuals to have none or very little of it. It is a rare disorder that has been documented in almost all vertebrate species, including humans. Albinism can have consequences for animals, such as difficulties finding food, trouble protecting themselves, and reproductive problems, among others.
The kakapo is a parrot endemic to New Zealand and one of the rarest birds in the world. It is the only flightless parrot and the heaviest, reaching up to approximately 8.8 pounds in adulthood. It can measure up to approximately 23.6 inches in length and has nocturnal habits. It camouflages itself among vegetation to protect against predators. It is one of the longest living birds and is critically endangered. The dynamic chess set designed by Pigeonaire incorporates special functions into its pieces. When a player wins, the king turns into a sword with an engraved message. The rooks can act as catapults for the pawns. The bishops have propulsion mechanisms to move strategically. The knights hide small pawns inside, like the Trojan horse. This version of chess adds an interactive layer to the traditional game.
This is a jumping spider, or a saltacadet, reacting to seeing its reflection in a mirror. Although most spiders have 8 eyes and poor vision, jumping spiders are the exception. Their 2 large front eyes provide them with high-resolution binocular vision. In fact, scientists have discovered that their eyesight is comparable in sharpness to that of cats and birds, allowing them to calculate distances accurately for their predatory jumps. Interestingly, these hunting spiders rely on vision to pursue their prey, unlike web-building spiders that depend on vibrations in their webs.
Reiter's exostosis is an abnormal bone growth on the outer part of the femur. It arises due to constant friction between the rider's leg and the horse's saddle. This repetitive rubbing triggers a bone reaction that forms the protrusion. It is a common condition among those who practice horseback riding frequently. It can cause discomfort depending on its size and location.
The claws of several felines are retractable, which means they remain hidden until the animal decides to extend them. This system helps keep them protected and silent while hunting. Paul Barton is a British pianist who once performed in prestigious concert halls. He now lives in Thailand, where he plays the piano for blind and disabled elephants. At the Elephants World Sanctuary, his music creates a special connection with these giants. Barton seeks to provide them with calm and well-being through his art.
Recorded in Brazil, this is the Satere Mawe initiation ritual. This Amazonian tribe has a rite of passage into manhood that consists of inserting the hands into 2 gloves filled with bullet ants and enduring their painful stings. Bullet ant stings are considered among the most painful in the world, comparable to being shot, which is where their name comes from. First, the ants are tied into gloves woven from leaves and then allowed to recover from the effects of drowsiness. Once the effect wears off, the ants become agitated and begin to sting. This extreme ritual is not only a test of physical endurance, but also a deep cultural symbol of maturity and strength within the tribe.
The Tule tree is a Montezuma cypress located in Santa Maria de Tule, Oaxaca, Mexico, and is famous for its enormous trunk. It has a height of approximately 138 feet and an estimated age of more than 2,000 years. Its trunk is the widest in the world, with a diameter of approximately 47.6 feet. Its lush canopy reaches a circumference of approximately 190 feet. It is considered a symbol of Mexican biodiversity and tradition. Cotton candy is a light and fluffy treat made from crystallized sugar that is melted and spun into fine strands. Its airy texture is achieved using a centrifugal machine that melts the sugar and ejects it into filaments. When the strands come in contact with air, they solidify and form the characteristic sweet cloud. It is common at fairs and circuses for its eye-catching appearance and vibrant colors. This is broken glass art, created by the Swiss visual artist Simon Berger. To achieve it, guide holes are drilled into the glass to direct the desired shape of the cracks. In general, when glass breaks, it tends to crack in straight lines that are guided by these holes. The result is an incredibly detailed and abstract portrait. What makes his work unique is that the cracks are not random, but carefully planned to create light and shadow in the figures. His vitrofracture technique has been acclaimed in the art world, as it transforms the destruction of a common material into an elegant and controlled form of artistic expression. Induction heating is a method that uses electromagnetic fields to generate heat in metals. It works through a coil that creates a high-frequency alternating current, inducing electric currents in the material. This process allows rapid and uniform heating without direct contact. It is widely used in industry for forging, welding, and hardening metals. A pigeon dives downward while spinning, a behavior often observed when they spot food or other pigeons eating on the ground. This spinning maneuver is likely a way to slow their descent quickly without losing too much speed, allowing them to land with precision. Pigeons are urban birds with surprising aerial agility,
capable of sharp turns and sudden descents in complex environments.
Recorded in China, this is the zigzag mountain road located in Chongqing. It was likely an effective solution for isolated communities with small populations, allowing access to difficult terrain. These ingenious constructions, often called snail roads or hairpin roads, are essential in mountainous regions to overcome large elevation changes and connect communities, demonstrating the ability of human engineering to adapt to challenging landscapes.
Have you noticed that your pet sleeps near your feet? You should know that this behavior is not only due to comfort, but also to an emotional bond. By resting nearby, dogs may remain alert to certain signals, expressing their desire to accompany you when you are about to leave.
Despite their enormous size and short arms, Tyrannosaurus rex are believed to have been excellent swimmers and capable of swimming for many miles in open water.
High-speed trains can exceed approximately 155 miles per hour on tracks designed for them. In contrast, cars on a bridge travel at much lower speeds, depending on the speed limit and traffic. The difference in speed is striking when comparing both means of transportation.
This is an extremely rare jellyfish known as Chirodectes maculatus, photographed in Australia. Surprisingly, this is only the second time in history that a sighting of this species has been documented. Its bell, which is the upper part of its body, measures approximately 5.9 inches. It is believed to be highly venomous, although its extreme rarity has made it difficult to study.
In the animal kingdom, specifically among polar bears, it is the female who chooses when to become pregnant, since she can store the male's sperm for months. Normally, she selects the moment of fertilization when she has accumulated large fat reserves to produce optimal breast milk.
The use of tires under the tracks of a crane serves an important purpose, protecting the pavement. The tracks of these machines can be extremely heavy and damage asphalt. By placing tires underneath, a softer layer is created that distributes the weight more evenly and reduces impact, preventing the crane from leaving deep marks. This method is a practical and quick solution to protect infrastructure, unlike other slower and more complex options such as building wooden or metal platforms.
These are some of the largest screws in the world. They are used to anchor the supports of solar panels. They can measure up to approximately 6.6 feet.
In India, staring is a cultural custom when something or someone captures attention in an unusual way. In the context of a foreigner, this sustained gaze is not usually aggressive, but rather an expression of curiosity or amazement at something outside daily routine. It is a way of observing and processing what is new in their environment. There is a bat that looks just like Yoda from Star Wars. Meet the curious Yoda bat. Its name comes from its resemblance to the strange Star Wars character. It is a species discovered 15 years ago and lives only in Papua New Guinea. It uses its large eyes to navigate and find food, a trait that sets it apart from most of its relatives, which must emit sounds to recognize the position of objects, a process known as echolocation. In addition, it feeds on fruit, making it a very important animal for its ecosystem, as it spreads seeds throughout tropical forests.
Koi fish, known for their beauty and elegance, have a surprisingly varied diet and are highly adaptable animals. In addition to their specific fish food, they can consume a wide range of human foods, such as orange, lettuce, pasta, watermelon, rice, potato, and bread. Their gentle nature makes them easy to train to eat from the hand, which makes them great pets.
In China, the image of people suddenly falling to the ground can be confusing to an outside observer. However, behind this strange action, there is a particular motivation: simulating an injury to blame another person and later initiate a lawsuit. This tactic, although unusual, is a manifestation of legal and compensation conflicts in Chinese society. Lifeboats are vessels designed to evacuate people in emergency situations at sea. They are built with durable materials such as fiberglass or aluminum. Some models feature self-righting systems that allow them to return to an upright position if they capsize. They are usually equipped with emergency supplies such as water, food, and first aid kits. They also include flares and communication devices to facilitate rescue. Every year, millions of red crabs from Christmas Island migrate from inland areas to the coast to spawn. The females release their eggs into the water during the full moon.
Luis Daniel Lorenzo, a mechanic from Mocha, Puerto Rico, transforms lawn tractors into fully functional miniature trucks. His creations include signals, high and low beams, air conditioning, and other details that make them look like real trucks in a reduced version. Since the year 2013, he has designed and built every part by hand, including doors, the cab, and the mechanical system. His project was born from childhood imagination and has gained popularity.
India is the setting for a driving practice that is as common as it is dangerous: bus overtaking. It is common to see passenger buses, especially government-operated ones, engaging in aggressive and risky passing maneuvers, almost like races. This recklessness behind the wheel is a distinctive feature of traffic in the country, creating high-risk situations for passengers and other drivers. The color of some horses in the snow can create an interesting optical illusion. Against a uniform white background, depth perception becomes complicated. This can make it difficult to determine whether the horse is approaching or moving away. The lack of strong shadows contributes to this visual confusion. The art of hyper-realistic baking has gained international recognition for its creativity. Some artists recreate everyday objects, from household appliances to natural elements, using advanced techniques. They use edible ingredients to sculpt and paint their creations with great detail. Their hyper-realistic cakes deceive the eye and amaze viewers with their realism. Pitahaya, also known as dragon fruit, is the fruit of several cactus species from the genera Hylocereus and Seleniceus. It is native to Central and South America, but it is now cultivated in tropical regions around the world. Its thick, scaly skin can be pink, red, or yellow. Inside, the pulp is white or red with small, edible black seeds. Its flavor is mild and slightly sweet, similar to melon or pear.
Recorded in Henan, China, a test rocket falls near a populated area, an alarming event that is more common than many realize. While the intention is not for rockets to fall on people, launch regulations in this region are not always strict. The lack of control in these test launches has led to rocket debris falling outside safety zones, serving as a reminder of the inherent risk of space exploration.
Preikestolen, also known as the Pulpit Rock, is a cliff approximately 1,969 feet high in Norway. It is located in Rogaland above the Lisa Fjord and is one of the country's most famous tourist attractions. Thousands of visitors arrive each year to admire its breathtaking views. It has no safety barriers, making it a risky destination.
Grown in Japan, these are pentagon-shaped oranges. The fruit is placed inside a mold while it grows in order to achieve the desired shape. Although they are sold in wooden molds, the pentagonal shape is only clearly visible when a cross-section of the orange is cut. This method of cultivating unusually shaped fruit is a common practice in Japan. There are also heart-shaped lemons and square watermelons that are famous for their high price and are often purchased as gifts. Heart-shaped lemons are especially popular for decorating black tea and are usually sold dried. A small package of these lemons can cost around $8 online, a very high price for a single use.
Gyro Glove is a glove designed by Gyro Gear to help patients with Parkinson's regain stability in their movements. It uses a gyroscope to reduce tremors and improve limb control. Although it does not stop the progression of the disease, it allows greater precision in daily tasks. Its mechanical support helps restore part of the lost control. The Rotbot is a spherical police robot developed in Wenzhou, China. It was designed for patrol and crowd control, with advanced capabilities such as launching nets and tear gas. Created by Zhejiang University and Logam Technology, it can operate on land and water. Its durable structure allows it to withstand extreme impacts. Recorded in Charleston, United States, this unusual waiter robot with human legs walks through the street to promote the show of American illusionist Howard Blackwell. This type of street marketing, which combines technology and human elements, seeks to capture attention in a unique way. Interestingly, the history of automatons and puppets that imitate human movement dates back centuries, long before modern robotics. The treadmill for swimmers allows training in limited spaces. It generates an adjustable water current, simulating an endless pool. The swimmer must swim against the flow without moving from the spot. Its design includes controls to regulate speed and water resistance. As part of an ingenious campaign to commemorate the Lexus NX, the Japanese luxury brand Toyota took creativity to the extreme by equipping a Lexus vehicle with tires made entirely of ice, illuminated with striking blue LED lights. To achieve this feat, the vehicle was subjected to freezing temperatures of approximately 22 degrees Fahrenheit below zero, allowing the installation of meticulously sculpted ice wheels. This impressive feat of engineering and marketing highlights the innovation and attention to detail characteristic of Lexus. Car painting robots are automated systems used in the automotive industry. They apply paint and coatings with high precision and efficiency on vehicle bodies. They work at high speed, ensuring uniform layers on doors, hoods, and roofs.
The mansion located at the top of Kingfisher Towers in Bangalore, India, is one of the most luxurious penthouses in the country. It has approximately 39,829 square feet of space and an exclusive design. The property includes a panoramic terrace with a 360-degree view and an infinity pool. It also features private gardens and a helipad in its structure.
In the heart of Istanbul, Turkey, the Chocolate Museum offers a delicious and artistic experience. Among its most notable attractions is an impressive chocolate waterfall, a true wonder for the senses. The museum not only displays this sweet marvel, but also houses intricate sculptures, works of art, and reproductions of historical sites, all meticulously crafted from chocolate, offering a feast for both the eyes and the taste buds.
The water pressure in a fire hose is key to its effectiveness. It can reach between approximately 145 and 290 pounds per square inch or more, depending on the pumping system and hose diameter. This pressure generates a powerful stream capable of reaching great distances. The forcefully released water cuts through flames and helps control the fire. Thanks to its reach, firefighters can extinguish fires more efficiently.
In the world of aviation, the emergency propeller known as a ram air turbine is a vital component. It is a small wind turbine ingeniously designed to deploy in critical situations. Its purpose is to generate a limited amount of additional electricity when the aircraft's main electrical system fails completely. This small but crucial component ensures that essential systems can continue to function, providing a vital safety measure.
Sifakas are lemurs from Madagascar, known for their peculiar way of moving on the ground. Instead of walking, they perform sideways jumps with their hind legs, keeping their front limbs raised for balance. This adaptation has earned them the nickname dancing lemurs. Their true skill is in the trees, where they can move with agility and make long leaps between branches.
In China, the Huoshanshan Hospital was built in just 10 days to address a health emergency. The speed of construction was made possible through the use of prefabricated units. Thousands of workers participated day and night in the process. Located in Wuhan, it had a capacity of 1,000 beds.
The striped anemone, scientifically known as Dophlenia armata, is a marine animal with an unusual appearance. It is found in the tropical waters off the western coast of Australia. Due to its appearance, it has been mistaken for alien creatures or unknown species. Its sting is extremely painful and can cause symptoms that last for several months. In some cases, contact with its tentacles causes severe skin irritation.
In China, a group of people found themselves in a desperate situation when their elevator became stuck between two floors. Seeing that no help was arriving, they made a bold decision. They chipped through the drywall and brick, making a hole large enough for one of them to escape and call for help. This act of ingenuity and determination was the only way to escape what seemed like a dead-end trap.
Milford Sound is the most famous fjord in New Zealand, recognized for its natural beauty and pristine environment. The road that crosses it, known as Milford Road, offers spectacular views along its route. It is a tourist destination that allows visitors to appreciate towering mountains, majestic waterfalls, and unique wildlife. Its landscape is considered one of the most impressive in the country.
We come across an intriguing image that shows a material with an extremely unusual shape. Although its appearance is singular, the lack of contextual information suggests that it could be either a genuine physical creation or a digital distortion achieved through editing software. The mystery of its origin and purpose persists, leaving open the possibility that it is an artistic manifestation or simply a visual trick.
Space pens were designed to write in microgravity. Unlike conventional pens, their ink flows without relying on gravity. This is possible thanks to a gas-pressurized cartridge. The Fisher Space Pen is a famous example of this type of pen. Its technology allows writing at any angle and in extreme temperatures.
This video shows the launch of the Russian spacecraft Progress MS-10, recorded from the International Space Station. What appears to be a spectacle lasting a few seconds is actually a process of 15 minutes in the original video. The Soyuz rocket lifted off from Kazakhstan in the year 2018, and despite the apparently short distance, it took 2 days to dock with the space station. This is due to the need to perform precise maneuvers to synchronize the spacecraft's orbit with that of the station.
Benedict Hild is a photographer specializing in miniature photography. His work stands out for the creation of detailed scenes with tiny figures in everyday environments.
He has developed collections such as Little Mannheim and Little Heidelberg. His artistic approach offers a unique and creative perspective on the world at a small scale.
An artist simultaneously draws two different faces using two pens joined together. What seems impossible is achieved through an alternation technique. The artist draws one part of Ronaldo's face and then one part of Messi's face in an alternating pattern. It is a display of incredible control and precision, since the artist must memorize the position of each stroke. To achieve this, artists who perform this type of work often practice for years to develop the necessary coordination between both hands. It is a feat of muscle memory and concentration that amazes those who see it for the first time.
The northern box turtle is capable of withstanding partial freezing of its tissues during winter. This mechanism allows it to survive extremely low temperatures. During hibernation, its metabolism slows down to conserve energy. Its resistance ability is unique among reptiles. This biological process helps them endure cold seasons without significant damage. Oyen is an orange cat that arrived at Niigata Zoo in Malaysia. He settled into the capybara enclosure, where they accepted him as part of their group. Since then, he has lived alongside them, generating great interest among visitors. The zoo officially recognized him as a capybara feline and placed a sign in his habitat. The sun in Florida, in the United States, sometimes takes on an unusual orange hue, a coloration likely caused by vast dust storms originating in Africa. Each year, Saharan dust travels thousands of miles across the Atlantic, reaching places as far away as Mexico. Usually in July, this massive dust first impacts South American countries, such as Brazil, Venezuela, and Colombia, then moves north through the Caribbean, affecting Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, and occasionally even reaching the coasts of Canada. In 1986, Cleveland was a site of Balloon Fest, an event featuring a massive balloon release. United Way organized the release of approximately 1,500,000 helium balloons. Although visually impressive, the event had unexpected consequences. Due to adverse weather conditions, the balloons descended instead of drifting away. They interfered with air traffic and rescue operations. In addition, they caused pollution in Lake Erie and surrounding areas. What began as a spectacle ended in an environmental disaster. This entrepreneur sells cans filled with air. They are sold for 6 yuan, which is approximately 70 cents. They are filled with air from Tibet, air from Taiwan, or air from areas that still preserve a Chinese essence. Although it may seem eccentric, this phenomenon reflects a growing concern about air quality in some regions and the search for pure or symbolically valuable products, making it a curious example of niche marketing and the demand for the unusual.
Meet the leopard tortoise, one of the largest and most striking tortoises in all of Africa. Generally, adult specimens reach approximately 15.7 inches in length and weigh around 28.7 pounds. However, in exceptional cases, some specimens have reached approximately 27.6 inches in length and have weighed up to around 88 pounds. The name of this variety comes from the spots on its shell, which are similar to those of a leopard. This tortoise feeds exclusively on plants.
These are haircuts featuring the faces of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, works by the talented Serbian stylist Mario Hwala. Although these intricate designs were offered for free for promotional purposes, they are a true challenge. A single face haircut can take between 5 and 7 hours to complete due to the precision and detail required. It is fascinating how hair becomes a canvas for this type of ephemeral art. Ikebana, the Japanese art of flower arrangement, goes far beyond simply placing flowers in a vase. What is interesting is that it focuses on balance, harmony, and simplicity, using branches, leaves, and flowers to create a work of art that reflects a connection with nature. Each arrangement follows strict rules and symbolizes the fleeting nature of life, which makes Ikebana a spiritual practice. These are Venice's secondary canals without water, a phenomenon known as aquabassa that occurs during the months of January and February. Unlike the famous floods, this event causes the canals to dry out, leaving gondolas stranded. It is the result of a combination of lunar tides and a period of high atmospheric pressure that affects much of Europe.
This is a bicycle with a turbine. This other one, a bit more professional, reached a speed of approximately 186 miles per hour. As unbelievable as it may seem, jet turbines on bicycles are a field of extreme experimentation for engineers and speed enthusiasts. They are often used to break world speed records.
For example, in 2021, a team of engineers from the United Kingdom built a bicycle equipped with a turbine that allowed it to reach a speed of approximately 207 miles per hour, setting a new record.
Do you know how many times humans have gone to the moon? Many people believe it was only once, during the Apollo 11 mission. But in reality, the lunar surface has been reached about 6 times between 1969 and 1972. A total of 6 missions performed lunar landings, allowing 12 people to walk on the moon. Neil Armstrong is often mentioned as the first of all. However, his extravehicular activity lasted 2.5 hours, while Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt of Apollo 17 spent 22 hours outside the spacecraft.
Probably recorded in Africa, the truck in front is an Iveco, which is an Italian brand. The one behind appears to be an older Mercedes-Benz model. Iveco trucks are known for their robustness and reliability, making them popular in regions with challenging infrastructure. The presence of different brands and models, both modern and old, on these routes often indicates the diversity of the vehicle fleet and the importance of keeping functional vehicles operating under difficult conditions for the transport of goods and people.
Recorded in China, this is a gigantic breeding facility that houses hundreds of thousands of bullfrogs. These frogs are a popular food source in many Asian countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Taiwan, Indonesia, and of course China, where their meat is valued in soups and their legs are sold fried. Their consumption has also spread to Latin America, where countries such as Brazil, Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, Ecuador, and Argentina raise and consume them, highlighting their global importance in gastronomy. Astronauts experience an excess of iron in their blood while in space. This happens because when our body is in zero gravity, our blood volume contracts, causing a reduction in overall volume. For this reason, the body is able to store more iron, which leads to an increase in its levels. This rise can produce effects similar to those caused by osteoporosis. The way to manage the situation is through a calcium-rich diet, which is why astronauts tend to eat vegetables, cheese, powdered milk, and similar foods.
A cruise ship parks parallel in a port, and the video is obviously in fast motion. It is an impressive maneuver, since these maritime giants are usually assisted by small tugboats to facilitate docking. The absence of these boats in the video is unusual, suggesting exceptional skill on the part of the crew or a demonstration of the precision of its propulsion and maneuvering systems. Modern cruise ships are equipped with bow and stern thrusters that allow them to perform lateral movements with surprising agility.
The Jinyang Grand Canyon Road, located in Sichuan Province, China, is an impressive feat of engineering. With a length of approximately 16.2 miles, it was built over nearly 7 years. Its viaduct-style design allows it to cross massive cliffs shaped by the Dadu River over millions of years. In addition to improving access to mountainous regions, it offers spectacular views to those who travel along it. Ibuki Island in Japan is home to a monumental work of art, the largest drawing in the world. Located inside a gigantic inflatable bubble, this impressive creation was painted entirely with markers by the acclaimed Brazilian visual artist Oscar Oiwa. His work stands out not only for its massive scale, but also for the meticulousness and detail he achieved using a tool as common as a marker.
Monument Valley in the United States, located on the border between Arizona and Utah, is famous for its impressive sandstone rock formations. The towering structures, known as buttes, rise from the desert floor, creating a dramatic landscape that has served as the backdrop for numerous movies and advertisements.
The fear of being without a cell phone is called nomobiaphobia, and it is a psychological disorder characterized by an irrational fear of not having a mobile phone or not having access to the internet. Nomobiaphobia can cause mental stress, anxiety, depression, isolation, headaches, tremors, sweating, or palpitations. This phobia has increased in recent years due to easier access to smartphones and the rise of social media.
This is a pig race. Although it may seem strange, pig racing is a popular event at many fairs and festivals. These animals are surprisingly fast and agile, and their races are a source of entertainment. This is a leg with hyperelastic skin, or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This condition is a genetic disorder caused by a defect in collagen synthesis, the most abundant protein in the body, responsible for the elasticity of the skin, joints, and blood vessels. Defective collagen makes connective tissues weaker than normal. It is as fascinating as it is alarming, since extreme flexibility is not a sign of health, but of internal fragility.
Patients with this condition also have a higher risk of joint dislocations and other serious medical complications.
Recorded at the Roosevelt Zoo in North Dakota, United States, tigers are incredible predators, endowed with immense strength that allows them to bring down their prey with a single precise bite to the neck. Not only are they capable of hunting large animals, such as rhinoceroses and young elephants, but they can also overpower other predators like bears, leopards, and wolves, placing them at the top of the food chain.
Hashima Island in Japan, also known as Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island due to its silhouette, was once a thriving coal mine, housing thousands of workers in its densely packed buildings. Abandoned in 1974, it is now a popular tourist destination because of its apocalyptic atmosphere.
Recorded in Virginia, United States, this is an apartment complex with balconies facing inward toward the interior of the building. This design, strange at first glance, has become an architectural curiosity and is known as the inverted balconies building. Although it appears to be a design mistake, it is believed to have been an intentional choice to create a more tightly knit community. The balconies, facing a central corridor, encourage interaction among neighbors.
Recorded in Gurugram, India, this is an unusual scene: a passenger airplane stuck on a bridge. It was an aircraft that was no longer in service and had been sold by Air India. The incident occurred during its overland transport to its new owner, showing the complexity of moving objects of this size. Fortunately, no one was injured.
People who have each eye a different color have a condition called iris heterochromia. This occurs for a wide variety of reasons, including certain diseases. That is why even in cases where a person is born with it, it is recommended that they visit an ophthalmologist to rule out that it originated from an underlying condition. Female mosquitoes often live longer than male mosquitoes. Only female mosquitoes bite people and animals to feed on blood. However, they do not use blood only for nourishment, but also to produce their eggs. Mosquito bites can cause an itchy bump, but some people may have a stronger reaction.
Native to Namibia and Angola, the Welwitstia plant is a unique botanical marvel. Although it is called a tree, its appearance is more like that of a desert plant. What is astonishing is that its leaves remain the same throughout its entire life and often live for more than 100 years. Its look is fascinating, as it has only 2 leaves that continuously split into smaller strips, giving it a wild and realistic appearance.
Located in Scotland, the Overton Bridge, built in 1859, connects 2 hills over the Overton Burn and has gained tragic fame due to a series of mysterious incidents. Since the 1960s, numerous dogs have jumped from the bridge, many of them dying, which has led to speculation about possible supernatural forces. Despite scientific explanations suggesting that the scents of animals and rodents at the bottom of the ravine attract the dogs, the phenomenon remains enigmatic.
This is the robot Exod, created by the Norwegian engineer Kausen. The name Exod is an acronym for Dynamic Robotic Exoskeleton, and the machine is designed to simulate movement in a fluid and almost natural way. Although in the video we only see a demonstration, the technology behind these robots could have future applications in industry or even in everyday life.
A stream of water repeatedly releases bubbles. I would not drink this water, as it often indicates the presence of detergents or chemical contaminants, even if they are not visible. Clean drinking water should not form bubbles continuously along a stream. In fact, the surface tension of water is so high that bubbles tend to collapse quickly. Interestingly, in some cases, a foamy stream of water can be an indicator of leaks in wastewater pipes, a serious public health issue.
This is how latex gloves are made. The hands you see are the molds into which the latex is poured. First, they are cleaned and disinfected so they have no residue. They are dipped into liquid latex and rotated to remove drops or excess material. After a few minutes in the oven, a machine folds the cuffs to make them easier to remove from the mold. Finally, they are tested to verify that they do not have any holes. In Arizona, United States, the Wigwam Hotel offers a unique and nostalgic lodging experience. This chain of motels, built between the 1930s and 1940s, is distinguished by its rooms shaped like teepees, emulating the traditional dwellings of some Native American cultures. A stay in this picturesque place that evokes the spirit of historic American highways costs approximately $50 per night.
Alessandro Tappa is a bicycle designer known for his unconventional creations. Among his projects stands out a bicycle approximately 19.7 feet long, built with great ingenuity. Its design requires a special technique to be ridden properly. Recorded in the year 2020 in Yaoundé, Cameroon, These were the first escalators installed in the country by the French supermarket chain Carrefour. Their introduction caused surprise and apparently some problems for users who were not familiar with them. This situation is not unique. The first escalator installed in 1896 in New York also generated curiosity and caution among the population. It is a reminder of how technological innovations, although they may seem ordinary today, can transform daily life and require a period of cultural adaptation.
Approximately 44% of the world's population knows how to swim. According to surveys and studies on aquatic skills, the ability to swim varies depending on factors such as access to pools, culture, and education. In some countries, swimming is part of the school curriculum. In others, fear of water or lack of resources makes learning difficult.
Pietrapertosa is a picturesque Italian village located in the Basilicata region. It is built directly into the rock, using natural formations as part of its architecture. Its single main street guides visitors to the ancient Saracen castle. This fortress of Roman origin offers spectacular views of the mountainous landscape. The structure of the village preserves its historical essence and a unique charm.
Paul Kenton is a contemporary artist from the United Kingdom, famous for his urban landscape paintings. His works capture the energy and rhythm of cities around the world. He uses layers of vibrant colors, fluid lines, and gestural marks to convey movement. His painting technique is intuitive and dynamic, bringing urban structures to life. Through his approach, he transforms static scenes into expressive compositions.
Squirrels use their sense of smell to recognize one another. They have scent glands around their mouths that produce unique secretions. When encountering another squirrel, they bring their snouts close together to identify its scent.
The Turda salt mine, located in the Romanian city of Turda, is an impressive tourist destination. It has been exploited since ancient times and continuously between the years 1075 and 1932. Since 1992, it has attracted visitors for its history and underground beauty. In 2009, it was completely renovated, maintaining a constant temperature between 50 and 54 degrees Fahrenheit. It extends over approximately 17.4 square miles, with a thickness of approximately 820 feet.
This is how camels climb steep sand dunes. Their knees are covered with patches of tough leather.
Vierjeppen is a traditional sport from the Netherlands that consists of pole vaulting to cross rivers and canals. Its origin comes from Frisian farmers who used poles to move between lands separated by waterways. The first official competition was recorded in 1771, and the modern rules were established in 1957. Today, annual tournaments are held in the Netherlands.
This is what the inside of a car tire looks like while in motion, and this is how it looks when passing over nails. This fascinating image reveals how the air inside the tire deforms and compresses with each rotation. When a tire runs over a nail, it does not deflate instantly. Modern tires are designed with a self-sealing rubber layer that can wrap around small, sharp objects. This sealant can close holes of up to approximately 0.24 inches in diameter, allowing the driver to continue the journey. However, if the nail is larger or the puncture is on the sidewall of the tire, this system will not work and the tire will deflate quickly.
On Mount Hua in China, there is a walkway approximately 11.8 inches wide, anchored to a steep cliff thousands of feet above the ground. This walkway, known as the Cliff Path, is part of one of the most dangerous and famous hiking routes in the world. It attracts adventurers from around the globe who seek thrills and breathtaking views, challenging their fear of heights on a route that is both a test of courage and an unforgettable experience in a majestic natural landscape. This is the finish of the half marathon in Beijing, China, in the year 2024. The eager Chinese competitor, along with 2 Kenyan runners and 1 Ethiopian runner, are under investigation and have been accused of deliberately letting themselves be defeated. The Chinese runner is also under investigation. This incident has generated a significant reaction on Weibo, China's main social media platform, where users have expressed deep disappointment and frustration. Cases like this raise serious questions about sports ethics and integrity in high-level competitions, and may have repercussions for the credibility of international athletic events.
The 3x3 Rubik's Cube has 43 quintillion possible combinations. Despite the enormous number of configurations, all of them can be solved in 20 moves or fewer. Although there is only one correct solution, there are multiple paths to reach it.
Recorded in Australia, this is a frilled dragon, a creature that looks as if it came straight out of prehistory, with its voluminous membrane around the neck, which gives it its name. This animal is probably the closest thing to a dinosaur still walking the earth. They are endemic to Australia, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. The membrane, known as a gular frill, is deployed during courtship or to appear larger and more intimidating to predators. It is a fascinating trait that evolved as a survival strategy.
This is the diorama of a lit cigarette, a surprisingly realistic creation by the American YouTuber Drake. Made with epoxy resin, it incorporates real cigarette paper and filter without tobacco, and the mouth was made from a mold of the creator himself. The embers are illuminated with a small LED light diode, adding a level of detail that makes the piece incredibly convincing. Dioramas, as three-dimensional representations of scenes, often aim to deceive the eye and celebrate meticulous recreation of everyday or complex objects.
The longest train journey in the world covers approximately 11,654 miles and crosses 13 countries. It begins in Portugal and ends in Singapore, passing through iconic cities such as Lisbon, Paris, Moscow, and Beijing. The journey can last up to 21 days, depending on transfers and waiting times. The tunnel book is a bookbinding technique that creates a three-dimensional illusion when unfolded. Popular in the 19th century, it allows two-dimensional drawings to align in layers. This generates a sense of depth similar to a three-dimensional scene.
Woodnest is a luxury retreat in the middle of the forests of Norway. Its tree houses have approximately 161 square feet and offer a unique experience. They include modern amenities such as heating and a kitchen. Their location provides spectacular views of nature.
Recorded in London, England, this is a bus stop advertisement with augmented reality. Through this advertising display, unexpected scenes are overlaid onto a live broadcast of the street. This advertising campaign created for Pepsi Max went viral because the augmented reality effects not only included UFOs, robots, and monsters, but also interacted with people waiting for the bus. The campaign was designed to create an unexpected and memorable experience, transforming an everyday moment into something extraordinary. The use of augmented reality in outdoor advertising has become a growing trend in recent years, aiming to capture the attention of passersby in a more immersive way. Travis Ginger, a horticulture professor from Minnesota, United States, set the world record with the heaviest pumpkin in the world. In the year 2023, his pumpkin reached a weight of approximately 2,750 pounds. Recorded in Namibia, this is the unusual brown hyena. They are very rare and inhabit the arid Kalahari Desert in Namibia, feeding mainly on carrion and fruit. They can also be found in Botswana and South Africa. Unlike their more well-known relatives, the spotted hyenas, brown hyenas are solitary and nocturnal creatures, which makes them even more elusive and fascinating to wildlife researchers. Their opportunistic diet is key to their survival in such harsh environments. This is a fiber optic lamp with heart-shaped tips. A lamp like this costs around $14 online. These lamps have become popular for their calming effect and soft glow, making them ideal for decorating children's rooms or creating a relaxing atmosphere.
This is Breath of Light, a luminous installation activated by human breath, a fascinating concept that combines art and technology. Designed by the Czech company Preciosa Lighting, the installation uses sensors to detect a person's breath, transforming a simple biological function into a captivating visual experience.
Benedetto Bufalino is a French artist who transforms everyday objects into surprising installations. He has turned cars into ping-pong tables and backhoes into giant aquariums. He has also designed concrete mixers as mirror balls and buses converted into swimming pools. His art plays with the recontextualization of urban elements, creating interactive experiences. His provocative works seek to change the perception of the conventional. This is the Intercontinental Sanya Haitang Bay Resort Hotel in Hainan, China, known for its luxurious rooms that include a bathtub on the balcony. Enjoying a bath with panoramic views is an experience that attracts many travelers, although one night in this room costs approximately $220. Interestingly, luxury hotels constantly compete to offer unique amenities and memorable experiences to their guests.
Spacewalk is a sculptural structure shaped like a roller coaster located in Hwonho Park in Pohang, South Korea. It was designed by German artists Heike Mutter and Ulrich Genth, and it is the largest contemporary art installation in the country. The installation allows visitors to walk along it, except for the large loop at the center. Its highest point reaches approximately 187 feet in height.
Aside from the typical northern lights, in Finland it is possible to observe a phenomenon known as pulsating aurora, where the light appears to rhythmically pulse in the night sky. This effect is due to interactions between charged particles from the sun and Earth's magnetic field, creating a hypnotic and uncommon light display. Some animals have false eyes in their fur to deter predators. For example, tigers have white spots on the back of their ears to prevent attacks from behind. Other animals, such as vultures, appear to have much larger eyes to look more intimidating. There is a Pokemon fossil museum. It is completely inspired by the video game franchise and is located in Japan. But do not worry, you can also visit it from home, since its website offers a virtual tour. Recorded over the Atlantic Ocean, this is what a thunderstorm looks like from above. From this perspective, the clouds appear as gigantic columns piercing the atmosphere, while lightning resembles electric veins stretching through them, creating a natural spectacle. Women of the Apatani tribe in India used to adopt a distinctive practice to protect themselves, the insertion of nasal plugs and facial tattooing. These measures were implemented to deter attackers. Although facial tattooing and the use of nasal plugs were discontinued around 1970, the history of this tradition reveals the tribe's ingenious adaptation to safeguard its most vulnerable members. This is a camera lucida, an optical device used by artists as an aid for drawing. It creates an optical overlay so the artist can see the object and the drawing at the same time. Recorded in New South Wales, Australia, thousands of dead fish appear in the Darling River, a phenomenon that has unfortunately become recurrent. The main cause of these massive losses is the rise in water temperature and the resulting lack of oxygen. Warm water cannot hold as much dissolved oxygen as cold water, and when temperatures rise, fish need more oxygen to survive, a combination that leads to these ecological tragedies. The Maha Chinook mango is a variety native to Thailand, recognized for its sweet flavor and bright orange color. Although its seed is smaller and thinner than that of other mangoes, it is still present in the fruit. It was developed as a hybrid with the support of the Thailand Department of Agriculture. Mole leaves, native to South America, display a fascinating behavior when placed in water. They float and move autonomously, producing flashes of light. This phenomenon is due to an oil released by the leaves when they are torn, which acts as a propellant. The flashes observed are most likely sunlight reflecting off this oil that drives their motion. The Backyard Racing Channel created a Hot Wheels track inspired by a water park. It features waterfalls and slides, allowing the cars to pass through water-filled scenarios. The construction took 3 months, using various materials to achieve the design. Take a look at this mosquito control device. You only need a net, a fan, and an ultraviolet light. All the mosquitoes fly toward the light and are then sucked into the bag. Arnav Daga, a 15-year-old from India, built the largest playing card structure in the world. He used 143,000 cards without adhesives or glue to achieve it. It represents 4 iconic buildings from Kolkata, his hometown. The project took him 41 days of work. Veterinary chiropractic care is applied to dogs, cats, and horses to improve their mobility. Chiropractors adjust the spine and joints using painless manual techniques. On average, a conventional graphite pencil has the ability to write up to 50,000 words before being completely used up, or to draw a straight line that extends for approximately 34.8 miles. Festo's air penguins are flying robots inspired by penguins. They use a compensating balloon filled with helium to stay in the air. They are autonomous and can move within a defined airspace. They are guided by ultrasonic transmitting stations. Their rotating wings and flexible structure allow them to move agilely. Prinker is a South Korean company that has developed a digital printer for applying temporary tattoos. Its technology allows skin decoration in a matter of seconds using safe cosmetic ink. The ink used is approved by organizations such as the FDA. Clinomania, also known as clinophilia, describes an intense desire to remain in bed for long periods beyond the necessary rest. It is not an officially recognized disorder in psychiatric manuals, but it may be related to conditions such as depression, anxiety, or chronic fatigue. People who experience it may feel a strong attraction to the comfort of lying down, which can interfere with their daily routine and responsibilities. The International Space Station orbits Earth at a speed of 17,149 miles per hour. Its altitude varies between 259.71 and 260.95 miles above the Earth's surface. It completes one orbit around the planet in approximately 92 minutes. This means astronauts see up to 15 sunrises and sunsets each day. Skylab was the first space station of the United States, launched by NASA on May 14, 1973. Its mission was to allow astronauts to carry out scientific research in space. During its operation, studies were conducted on the Sun, the Earth, and the effects of weightlessness on the human body. This small zebrafinch named Mame learned to climb onto a skateboard and slide down a ramp. Zebrafinches are small, active birds known for their intelligence and learning ability. They are native to Australia.
Mike Hurd, a New Zealander, holds the world record for the most bungee jumps in a single day. In 24 hours, he completed 941 jumps from a bridge in Auckland, New Zealand. His feat surpassed the previous record of 765 jumps.
The film An Invention for Destruction from 1958, directed by Karel Zeman, is known for its innovative use of special effects. Various visual techniques were employed, such as animation, miniatures, and stop motion.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss more interesting content. Leave your comments and click on any of these videos. See you next time.